Greetings, viewers, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Benjamin Michael Tanner, and today I'm going to be drawing something really special for you guys. I'm going to be drawing Turok, Son of Stone. Now, I know a lot of you Turok fans out there have probably missed this guy since the 2008 release of the revision of the Turok video game. And I know a lot of you were really disappointed to hear that the sequel to the game was canceled, along with the apparent live action movie that was also being developed as well. And I know because I was sure disappointed because that stuff looked really good. So I thought this month I'm gonna start up a new series of Turok art featuring my own design of Turok in a new setting in history, as well as new weapons, and along with a whole new story idea for Turok. So, I'm just gonna do a character design today, along with some poses for sketching, and yeah, I'm just gonna share my ideas for my version of Turok. So, stay tuned. Now, I first heard of Turok a long time ago when I was a kid and surfing on YouTube for new videos, and I came across these videos from the Turok animated movie featuring the Terror Bird and the Carnotaurus, and then I ended up watching the trailer, and it just looked like such an amazing movie. I just had to watch it. And a few years later, I found the DVD at Blockbuster, and I just absolutely fell in love with the movie. Like, it was just so cool to look at. Seeing this Native American warrior fighting dinosaurs and cavemen, like, it just looked like the perfect animated adventure for a kid who just loved dinosaurs and adventure and things like that. And from that day on, I kind of became a I kind of had an obsession with Turok, as my mom put it, and that was kind of appropriate because I wanted to tell my own story of Turok, like make my own movie of Turok. And shortly after that, I was introduced to the Turok game from 2008 featuring Ron Perlman, and it looked it was a really fun game. Like, and the dinosaurs were really cool to look at, and it was a real far cry from the earthbound Native American story of Turok and the Lost Land. And and then I started looking at other Turok games like the Seeds of Evil that I kind of got for Nintendo, and it was kind of difficult for me to play. Like, I just didn't have the same feeling about it as I did the 2008 version. Like, it was the controls were kind of hard to get the hang of, and you couldn't really save any progress you made in the game, so I kind of forgot about that one. And Turok kind of had an impact on me when it came to storytelling. Like, I kind of had my own ideas for warriors fighting dinosaurs, and it kind of still lives on in the work that I still do today. Like when I'm writing paleo fiction of primeval warriors and things like that. And and as for my idea of Turok, I I recently watched the movie Pathfinder about the time period when Vikings first discovered North America and they came in contact with Native Americans. And then I got the idea, hey, what if the story of Turok was actually set during the time period when Vikings first discovered North America and they came into conflict with his people? And from there, I immediately started to um, brainstorm ideas for how I could make that work. Like, instead of a tomahawk, Turok could wield a huge Viking battle axe that he got from killing a Viking war chief or something like that. And before that, I kind of had the idea of giving him a sword like what they did in Pathfinder, but then I thought, nah, an axe would be more badass for this guy. And you know what? I actually think a battle axe suits him really well. And that could be very handy in fighting big dinosaurs like a T Rex or a Giganotosaurus. And so, and I also got the interesting idea of giving Turok war paint, like striped blue war paint, like the kind of like the paint that they use in the Turok animated movie with a mark of Turok's people as well as the cave people. And I just think that shit, I'm running out of things to say here. And I kind of also have my own idea for the Lost Land, but I think I'll get to that later. Right now, I'm just doing this character design of Turok. So I kind of wanted his design to be set in a more earlier age in the history of the Native American people, and they don't exactly have vests yet or shirts as far as I know, and they were more primal, and I want to be careful with my words when I say things like primitive because I don't want to sound racist to if there are any people of Native American origin watching this. I mean no offense. I'm trying to watch my words here. But yeah, I I was going for a more primal approach when designing this version of Turok. Like I gave him long braids on the sides of his head, and I also gave him an arrowhead necklace adorned with maybe some dinosaur teeth. And yeah, I think, yeah, that's pretty much what I came up with for this design of Turok. And I think it suits him really well. And as far as my idea for my own Turok story goes, I'm kind of paying homage to the original comics, the original story of Turok, but I want to take a more primal approach when doing my own version of Turok. Hence why I set his story during the Viking ages when the Norsemen first discovered the Americas. And I think that would make an even more interesting approach when telling a Turok story because that's never really been done before when the story of Turok took place in the Dark Ages when Native Americans first came across white men for the first time. And I think that if it were developed into a show or even a comic, which hell, maybe I might even do in the future, I think that would be a real treat for the Turok fans. And I'm really looking forward to doing more art here to depict my idea for my own story of Turok. And yeah, so that's kind of my idea for Turok, and I think it's I think if enough people take notice of it, I think it could grow into something really huge here. Like it could I'm not maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I have a really good feeling about my idea. So, anyway, here's my version of Turok set in the Dark Ages wielding a Viking battle axe, and more art will come soon. See you later.